Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2023 and another part of the Williams Road to Glory career mode. It is the Season 2 finale today. Alex Albon is going to be back on track. I cannot wait to see what he can do at this finale. It was a cracking race last time out. It's just a shame we weren't involved with it. I'm glad a few of you guys enjoyed watching along. I think we are going to meet the cost cap. I think it's all going to be all right. We're all going to be fine, basically. I'm looking forward to seeing who we manage to get out of Albon or Tsunoda back for next season. I think the plan is to go Ocon and Albon, I think. I know Tsunoda has been good, and they're actually the same rating now, but Albon's just done a great job for Williams over the years, hasn't he? And I think it would be very harsh to get rid of him. I think it's harsh to get rid of Tsunoda, but if we can get Ocon in, then that's who we're gonna who we're gonna go for. So yeah, looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are too. So without further ado, let's get ourselves immersed into the action for the final time in Season 2. It's going to be a really cracking Grand Prix. I'm really excited to have Albon back, and yeah, hopefully you guys are looking forward to that as well. So shall we have a look at getting some contracts sorted then for Esteban Ocon? At the time of recording, I'm going to tell you what your poll said in terms of what your opinions were on the poll I set out. So 20% of you said Albon and Tsunoda for next season, 53% voted for Albon and Ocon, 16% voted for Tsunoda and Ocon, 7% for Ocon and Youngster, and 4% other. So yeah, most of you want to see Alex Albon alongside Esteban Ocon for next season. So why don't we have a little look at Alex Albon? Renew his contract if we can. Will he not allow us? No, he will not. Oh dear. Okay, so I think now we've maybe left it too late. I don't even think... Will Ocon even be interested? Where is Ocon? There he is. Yeah, he's not interested until the end of the season. Okay, well, that solves it then. It's going to be tomorrow's episode where all of that happens. So that could be absolutely crazy. I would like Albon to swap to car 2 if Ocon did come. I think Ocon would be our first driver, in all honesty. Right, so they want both drivers to reach Q2. That's all good. I think we can probably promise that now, actually. Yeah, we'll maybe just go for 1 for each of those. In terms of fastest lap, we're not going to get that. And we can't do any sort of finish position streak. So it's all going to be about this last race of the season. So let's get into it for one final time. It is going to be the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix of 2024.
The season draws to a close here with the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. A long season has led us around the world over all this year's races to get here. The last chance to settle the season in the final round. There's a reason why the Yas Marina circuit is used as a test track. The long straights put engine power through its paces, while the twists and bends make medium speed downforce just as important at this challenging circuit. In the last round, Max Verstappen flew to victory, the Dutchman proving that he can be absolutely unstoppable when he's in such fine form. Stay right here, because we're just getting started.
Okay, awesome. Right, I'll see you guys for qualifying. It's going to be a clear day, and we'll say hello to Alex Albon again. Well, here we are then. 85% setup satisfaction for Albon, 94% for Yuki Tsunoda. Not too bad as we head into the final qualifying session of the season. Can we get a decent result? Let's find out.
Now it's time to see who'll come out on top as qualifying gets underway.
Drivers are able to defend well during races at Abu Dhabi, preventing rivals from gaining easy positions. Setting a good grid position during qualifying is fundamental as a result.
Now there's been a bit of talk about Sergio Perez of late. How's he going to be feeling, do you think?
They were looking pretty sharp in practice and setting good lap times, so they're probably feeling fairly confident now. But a good practice time doesn't always guarantee a strong qualifying outcome.
Fortunately for us, it's nearly time for them to hit the track.
Okay, cool. Right, let's get ourselves into this qualifying session. I think this is the best we can do for Alex Albon. He's actually got a slightly fresher engine, that's fine. But his ERS is pretty much bust, as is his gearbox. But there's now we can do about that. We just got to hope for the best, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to go for that for Albon and try and get 100% setup satisfaction. Obviously, Tsunoda does have some better car parts, and fingers crossed he'll be able to use them. And, well, do we go for the latest spec stuff for Tsunoda and hope that he doesn't crash in qualifying? If he does, we're absolutely screwed. I think I did go. Did I go? Yeah, let's do it. We just gotta hope for the best that he doesn't absolutely stuff this up. So here we go then. Let's get ourselves into qualifying one. Oh, I've tempted fate now, haven't I? I've tempted fate. Right, Tsunoda's going to get out there first. We're going to try and restrict Albon's run into maybe just one run, but I think in Q1 it's going to be important to get 2 laps in there. Let's see what he can produce. Tsunoda goes quickest with a 1:23.3.
As close as you can.
What can Alex Albon do? It's the first weekend that he's been able to compete in since Austin, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, he goes 4th, and wow, a long way off the pace. 1.8 seconds for Alex Albon, so it might just be a bit of a token contribution from him this weekend because of how bad the ERS and the gearbox is. Might not be able to do anything too much out there, and he's currently P18. I'm gonna send Tsunoda out on scrub tyres, send Albon out on new tyres, try and get them to tow each other round, I think. I don't see Albon actually managing to get through, and yeah, I mean, we've messed up there anyway. Albon's not going to get another chance. That's just my mistake on timings, but I don't think Albon could have made up enough time as it is. So he's out of qualifying 1 in P20. We'll save the car for the race for him. But Tsunoda does have a chance to get through, you would say. Let's see who was out in Q1 in the end then. Oh, wow, Max Verstappen out in Q1. That's a big one. Bottas, Ricciardo and Hülkenberg joining Alex Albon. Wow. That's a big one, isn't it? Max Verstappen out in Q1. Hey, we love it. We love it. Right, Tsunoda's going to get out there straight away on the scrubs.
Green now.
Let's see if he can put in a decent lap here. On the scrub tyres, 1:22.9. That's actually 4/10 better than what he managed in Q1.
So you go in, Okay.
So I think we're in a good place. And obviously Verstappen out, so that's one less guy to get through to Q3 that normally would. So Tsunoda currently P6. 2 Mercedes come round just yet. Hamilton goes 9th. Russell goes 2nd. Very good from him. I think we'll probably need to send Tsunoda out for a second qualifying run. And just let fate take over. Let's see what he can do. Here we go. I just love the visor cam in the night, seeing those shiny lights.
Checkered flag.
Yeah, checkered flag is waved. Magnussen already out of qualifying. Perez goes up to P1. There's a green middle sector for Tsunoda. Can it be a green final sector for Tsunoda? He flies around the final couple of corners. I think it's going to be an improvement as he heads up to the line. It's a slight improvement maybe, or exactly the same time. It's P8 for him. I think he'll be okay. And yes, he is. He is through to Q3 in 8th position, which is probably what you expected. Okay, scrubs for the first flying lap in Q3. And then we'll maybe get him out later on and do 2 flying laps. So that the tyres are in the optimal temperature window. And there it goes, a 123 flat.
Okay, go in, go in. Yeah.
So let's have a little look at this. So 2 flying laps. He's going to have to go out fairly soon to go and get that done. But Charles Leclerc on pole position at the moment. And we'll take notice of Tsunoda's second flying lap. Oh, red flag.
That's red flag.
And that might be the end of it. And it was Lewis Hamilton out of the final corner. What could be his final race in Formula 1. And he's into the barrier. Have we got enough time to get back out there? How long's left? 2 minutes 17, so it's going to be interesting. I think the scrub tyres are going to be the right ones to be on. So Tsunoda straight out there. I think he's going to be the only one that gets a run. Is he going to make it in time?
And clear on pit exit. Clear on pit exit.
Yep, he's the only one that is going to do 1 final lap. Can he get above Hamilton? No, orange first sector.
Okay, that is checkered flag.
Checkered flag is out, but I don't think it's going to make any difference. I think Tsunoda's done for, yep. 2 yellow sectors. And comes round. Yeah, no improvement for Yuki Tsunoda, so it's P10 for the Japanese driver. Lewis Hamilton gets away with it in the end, you would have to say. But yeah, pretty good from Tsunoda at least. Albon, well,
It's
we will
race
see.
day, with the teams and drivers ready and raring to go.
Yas Marina has played host to a fair few title-deciding races, such as 2016 when Lewis Hamilton secured the top podium spot, only for Mercedes teammate Nico Rosberg to claim second and secure his maiden World Championship. There are a few clouds here tonight, but the sky remains mostly clear. Will it stay this way, or will the weather throw a spanner in the works?
And teams will have to make tough, split-second decisions here if they're going to succeed. An exhilarating race lies ahead of us with the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Okay, here we go then. And, well, Alex Albon, I think, one stop. Is that going to be the best plan of attack, or are we going to be better trying to go for a slightly more aggressive strategy? Yeah, let's go for that for Albon. Try and give him the best possible strategy for this final race of the year. And Tsunoda, he'll be starting in P9. What compounds has he got? He's got one set of mediums, one set of hards, two sets of soft. Yeah, that looks pretty good for Yuki. So let's go for that. Let's get him into the Grand Prix, hopefully high on confidence, and see what he can do. And let's see what Alex Albon can do. I worry for him. I think he's going to be a long way off the pace, but it might be his last race for Williams. Who knows?
Starting P8 is decent for them. Provided they keep the race clean, there's points on the table.
And it looks like we're good to go.
So here we go then, we're ready for the off.
It's the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It's lights out.
Lights out, away we go, and it's Sergio Perez off the grid. Well, good start for him, but can Fernando Alonso pass him into turn one? No, he can't. Ocon up to third already as Russell and Sainz are side by side. Stroll in sixth, and Yuki Tsunoda already made up a couple of places. And he's up to P8. Did have P7 initially there. And, well,
Overtake available if required. Copy.
What can Albon do? Will he be able to push hard enough to stay in this Grand Prix? Let's have a look at his powertrain. It should be okay. I think it will survive. But Tsunoda's going to be our main guy in this Grand Prix. Right, we'll zoom it forward to the end of the first lap, and it's Sergio Perez leading the way. Fernando Alonso is in second, Ocon third, then Russell, Sainz, Stroll, Gasly, Tsunoda. Alpine definitely one of the stronger teams at the end of this season. And let's have a look at tyre selection. Well, top three have gone for hard tyres. Then a couple of medium tyre runners, and well, it's Kevin Magnussen has just flew down the inside of Tsunoda there. That's pretty incredible, to be honest. Right, so Tsunoda is going to be following Kevin Magnussen in this run. Albon, meanwhile, gets to the end of the first lap, and he is a decent amount behind Hülkenberg already. Tsunoda now under a little bit of pressure here, but might have a look down the inside, and does have a look down the inside, and what a move that is from Yuki Tsunoda. DRS active, of course, and that helping him through there on Kevin Magnussen. And now Tsunoda back up into 8th place, trying to catch Pierre Gasly. Trying to use these soft tyres to good effect. That's the plan anyway. So lap 4 of this Grand Prix. Perez leads, Alonso in second, then Ocon third, followed by Russell fourth. Then we've got Stroll, Sainz, Gasly, Tsunoda, and Kevin Magnussen currently in P9, Leclerc in P10, then Piastri P11. Obviously got some points last time out, in good form, outperforming his teammate Lando Norris at the moment. And right at the back, we have got Alex Albon, second slower than anybody else in the old spec car. And with very little engine power at his disposal, showing how important those fresh components are. But he did have big crashes. Of course, had that huge crash when we'd just taken a new engine earlier in the season. That cost us nigh on £10 million, didn't it? And, well, we have had a big crash, and it's with the leaders.
I'm not quite sure what's happened.
I'm not
there.
sure. I think it was Fernando Alonso and Sergio Perez side by side there. And, yeah, Perez making contact with Alonso. Alonso's been given the penalty. I think that's harsh. But that'll surely bring out the pit crew for Sergio Perez. You would think. We tell him to avoid high-risk curbs. What will that do? I mean, surely Leclerc is going to get past. We know that. But will Tsunoda's lap times suffer? Certainly doesn't look that way at present. So Fernando Alonso leads this Grand Prix but has a penalty. Ocon is in second, Stroll third, then Perez is in fourth, followed by Russell, then Sainz, Leclerc, Gasly and Tsunoda. Kevin Magnussen rounds out the top 10. Tsunoda pulling out a 5-second gap or so on Kevin Magnussen at the moment. Meanwhile, Alex Albon towards the back, really struggling. Maybe we get him on avoid high-risk curbs as well. Yes, Tsunoda now really starting to close in on Pierre Gasly. And it's an interesting phase of this Grand Prix where he's quicker, but Verstappen already up to P10. That's amazing for him. He went out in Q1, remember. It won't be long before he's on the back of us. Yeah, this should be the moment that Tsunoda gets past Pierre. So here we go, DRS active. He's going to go down the inside. Beautiful manoeuvre from Yuki Tsunoda up to P8 now. And hopefully, using his ERS, we'll be able to get back within the 1 second window of Charles Leclerc. Very, very shortly. Meanwhile, Albon really struggling. 31.8 from him. Last time out, what's it going to be this time? 31.6, a slight improvement, but not really enough. Yeah, I'm going to push the engine as well here. Really give it full beans, trying to catch up to the Ferraris. Max Verstappen is essentially the one you need to watch. Yeah, Tsunoda's tyres looking okay. Probably need to drop down to standard for a bit. And zoom it through. I'm expecting Gasly to make a move. But we can stay with him. And, well, we overtook him straight away there. He's just entered his pit window. How's Yuki Tsunoda? So next lap he's going to be coming in. Let's give it everything. See what he can pull off here. Alex Albon going for a similar strategy. He's almost a pit stop behind Daniel Ricciardo here. That the car just isn't going to perform for him, but it would be nice for him to finish the last lap of the race. And here comes Tsunoda into the pits then. And let's see what the team have got up their sleeves. Here we go. Another mistake. 4 seconds lost there.
Can only apologize.
And that's pretty crucial because he's ended up behind some guys he really wouldn't have been.
We're on time management.
Copy.
Give everything.
Copy.
Albon typically gets a perfect pit stop. There goes Tsunoda through. Needed that. Hulkenberg next. And Hulkenberg actually in the pits. So, Tsunoda now pushing on. And we'll be hoping for a little bit of an undercut here. Albon, meanwhile, where is he? P20. How's his car looking? You know, not as bad as you'd think. Not as bad as you'd think. Yeah, Albon doesn't need to be that aggressive. Push his engine a little bit. Deploy his engine. Let's try and get him his personal best laps. And Tsunoda now up to P13. Should be able to get a move on Nick de Vries here. Come on, what are you doing, son? What on earth is Tsunoda doing? How's he not passed it yet? Oh, well, Max Verstappen's got through now. Max will just show us how it's done, I'm sure. Well, the problem is, De Vries will get DRS on him. Yeah, lucky. Very lucky. Right. How's Albon doing? A 1:29.6 last time out. Which, you know, isn't too far off the other people in this race. But that's with him giving absolute full beans.
Currently low on pack.
Yep, copy.
Okay, right.
Okay.
Let's see how Tsunoda gets on. He's going to be going to lap 41. Yeah, he's got 16 more laps to go. How quickly can he get past somebody like Kevin Magnussen? Should be nice and quick, really. Especially because Magnussen's on the old medium tyres. And he's through.
DRS is currently disabled. DRS is currently disabled.
Copy.
Magnussen came into the pits there. Okay. Let's see what he can do with regards to avoiding high-risk curbs. Looking after his tyres a bit more. Maybe even attacking them instead. Will that help him out? It didn't seem to be working as well as we'd like. 28.3 last lap. What does he manage this time? 28.0. So he is quicker. So P10 at the moment for Tsunoda. I don't know if there's anything more in it, really. Hamilton will probably close. Might pass. See Hamilton on slightly fresher tyres. It's not going to be till much later in the race. Now Albon, meanwhile, still struggling out there, particularly his gearbox. He's not far off getting lapped by his teammate. He might get lapped by everybody by the end of the race, but at least he's out there. He's out there competing. And that's something he's not been able to do in recent races. So Tsunoda now just 2 seconds ahead of Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, something feels very...
Now
Stand by on that.
Tsunoda's gearbox not at its best. Right, so Tsunoda now starting to get within pit stop range. Let's start giving it our all on those tyres and see where he can end up. Albon can do the same. His tyres have been going pretty well, actually. Probably extend his stint as much as we can. There's quite a few people in the pits now. Can Tsunoda hold off Max Verstappen? This might be our last bit of racing action for the season. Yep, there he goes. He's through. Yeah, I'm tempted to go mediums so we can be a bit more aggressive.
Box, box.
Okay.
So in Tsunoda comes.
Okay.
We've got yellow flags out there.
I'm happy to.
There's a crash involving multiple cars. I think it's the front runners again. It's the two Ferraris. Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, and oh, that's a really, really bad incident for them. Sonoda's last pit stop of the season has gone well.
Box.
Okay, box.
That would be clear pit exit.
So those tyres should last him nicely to the end of the race. He's going to be able to be aggressive all the way now. I think Albon can probably go another lap or two. Well, Sonoda managed to make it past Zhou Guanyu. Let's have a little
This was
look.
at turn 3. It's there for the taking.
Yeah, nice manoeuvre. Nice manoeuvre into turn 1 and taking it round the bends. Very, very good. We've got more yellow flags, and is that Charles Leclerc again?
take a closer
Yeah,
look.
running wide this time.
This, I think, was at turn 13. And nearly,
Yeah.
just running wide.
Quite unbelievable what's happened in the last few laps for Charles. And Albon finally into the pits then. "15 laps to go, Sonoda currently P12. Let's have a little look at tyres. It looks like, I think, most people are going to try and take the one stop on, which obviously is risky. But they do have track position, and that's king, really. I think Sonoda should be able to catch them by the end, but... Oh no, Hamilton is in. I think Sainz came in as well, so maybe they are two-stopping just onto the soft tyres much later in the race. So that's definitely something to consider. Hamilton currently 10 seconds behind. And now Sonoda finally catching up to Lando Norris, who's gone under 50% tyres now. This has got to be our moment. Will he go down the inside? Not quite. We'll have DRS here though. So there he goes, DRS enabled as well. And just streaming away from Lando Norris. He's 10.5 seconds behind Gasly. Don't think he will quite reach him.
I lost the issue.
Stand by.
But we'll give it a crack. So let's have a look at tyres. Yep. Well, Sonoda is going to have the best tyres of the top 10 pretty shortly. It could lead to an exciting finish. Albon, meanwhile, why don't we just give him everything that he can give and see what he can do. He's currently just behind Nick de Vries. Desperately trying to unlap himself here. So Yuki Tsunoda still chasing down Pierre Gasly. 7.5 seconds the gap. Last lap, he was 1.3 seconds quicker than Pierre Gasly. There's 4 laps to go. It's going to be pretty close, isn't it? And that lap, 1.4 seconds again. Very, very good. It's Fernando Alonso leading the way, but look who's right behind him. It's Esteban Ocon. They're side by side. Former teammates, of course, and Ocon was so close to winning in Las Vegas. Is he going to be able to go one better and win the final race of the season here in what could be his final race for Alpine? Still side by side. No love lost between these two. Fernando Alonso still holding it out against his former teammate and, well, goes into the third final lap in the lead. But Ocon's going to go down the inside. Very, very good. He is going to take the lead surely here. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, still side by side. I think Ocon's slightly ahead going into that corner. That's going to give Fernando Alonso DRS. No, Ocon's got it. That allows him to pull away a little bit, and look at him do that. So Esteban Ocon is leading the way right now.
That's 3 to go.
3 to go for Tsunoda.
Lipko increased.
He's 6 seconds
Copy.
in the lead currently. Behind Gasly. Meanwhile, Gasly's teammate Ocon leading the race. Just. Right, let's zoom it forward a little bit.
Okay, we are low in the pack. Yeah.
2 laps to go. Ocon leading the way. Alonso in second, and Perez a distant third. Stroll is fourth. Then Russell. Then Verstappen, and still Alonso having a look. He's going to go around the outside here. But Ocon
2 laps to go.
persists. Ocon still in front. DRS now for Ocon. And he's ahead of Fernando Alonso. Very good. Tsunoda now within 5 seconds.
And push.
Copy.
But who's going to come out on top? We're going to get into the final lap of Season 2. Is Esteban Ocon going to win this last race for Alpine? Are we going to have a race winner in our team next season? We'd certainly be interested in that. Ocon starts the final lap in the lead of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Make sure you give some energy.
Yeah.
Is he going to be able to close it out? Because Fernando Alonso is going to have a double bout of DRS here. But it's still Ocon leading the way. Here he goes then. Fernando Alonso from behind. Let's have a little look at how he's doing. Fernando Alonso. Oh, it's close. It's close.
DRS.
Copy.
But now back on board with
You're opening your last
Fernando Alonso. DRS open. I don't think he's going to have quite enough. Ocon still leads the way, and I think Esteban Ocon's going to win it here. It's so close between the two drivers here as they go into the final sector. Esteban Ocon is surely going to win this. He's just got to keep it pointing in a straight line. Keep it out of the barrier. It's going to be Esteban Ocon that wins here in Abu Dhabi. Absolutely brilliant performance from him. Well played. And Fernando Alonso finishes second. Absolutely fantastic from the veteran there. Perez finishes third ahead of Stroll in fourth. Absolutely awesome. And here he comes. Let's watch that again.
Gets the win.
And what a finale, and what an end to the season for Alpine. They have
Astounding.
bossed
I
it.
don't think anyone would deny them their victory lap after a race like that.
Well, Alpine looking to be on the rise. And Alpine from an Aston there.
Fuel.
Copy.
Does Sonoda have enough fuel? We'll just conserve over the line.
We start like up.
He's pretty close to Gasly, but he's not going to reach him. Albon definitely... Oh no, Albon will be okay because he's a lap... Oh, what's Sonoda done?
Let's
He's
have a look at that.
locked up at the final
Heading down
corner.
the straight,
What's he doing?
and that's the moment the car plows
Get
into
over the
wall.
line!
Start to
Just
increase the
about
ghost now.
manages 10th place in the end, but God's sake, Sonoda.
Checkered flag.
Jesus Christ. Hamilton finishes 11th. Norris finishes 12th. Albon is going to finish his final race of the season, which is fair play to him. You know, he's just about made it. It's a good job we didn't take part in any of the other races, though, because we would not have had enough to get into the next round. So here comes Albon. He's going to finish last of all the runners, but
Copy.
he did well. He did well in the end. Well played, Alex. But there it is then. Esteban Ocon wins the final race of the season. Alpine, in the end, probably closer to Mercedes than they are to
I'll be
us.
honest now, it'd take a real optimist to find anything good about Alex Albon's race.
You know, I don't think many would have expected to see them finishing outside the top 10. They'll be aiming much higher than that, I assure you.
And there's no denying that the Frenchman deserves this result. He was absolutely brilliant.
Their first win of the season, and the team looking on will be very proud, I'm sure.
Hard to believe that's another one over. The season's ended, the party's just beginning, here in Abu Dhabi. Taking a look back on the season, Karun, how will Williams be feeling, do you think?
They must be delighted. Collectively, they've done really well, and you've got to imagine the board are going to be very proud of the team's achievements.
And that then concludes our time here in Abu Dhabi.
And that's it for this season of Formula One. The teams will be working hard in the break, gearing up for another year of thrilling F1 action.
Well, there you go then. Absolutely awesome stuff. Ocon wins ahead of Alonso in second. Then Perez third. Stroll finishes fourth at the end of the season. Russell finishes fifth. Verstappen sixth in the end, which is disappointing for him. I would have expected a bit more. Gonna be honest. Charles Leclerc finishes in seventh. Sainz eighth. Then Pierre Gasly in ninth, with Yuki Tsunoda 10th. Hamilton finishes the year in 11th ahead of Norris in 12th. Piastri 13th, and Guan Yu Zhou in 14th. Kevin Magnussen finishes 15th, then Bottas 16th, Nick de Vries 17th, Hülkenberg, Ricciardo, and then Alex Albon. Championship finishes like this then. Max Verstappen wins the championship by 128 points over his teammate Sergio Perez, who's 10 points ahead of Charles Leclerc in third. Fernando Alonso finishes fourth, just 15 points behind the Monegasque driver. Lance Stroll somehow finishes fifth, despite 6 race wins and 2 sprint wins and 5 pole positions. Compare that to his teammate. How on earth did Alonso finish above him? Carlos Sainz finishes in 6th in the end, ahead of George Russell in 7th. Best of the rest for Mercedes. Pierre Gasly and Ocon very evenly matched in 8th and 9th. And Yuki Tsunoda breaks the top 10 for Williams with another points finish towards the end. It's going to be very harsh to see either him or Albon go, but Albon did have a very, very strong start to the season. 3 pole positions this year, 1 sprint victory as well, and 4 fastest laps. He has generally been the quicker driver than Yuki Tsunoda, but they are so closely matched. Hamilton finishes 12th, very disappointing season for him, followed by Norris, Magnussen, Bottas, Piastri, Hülkenberg, De Vries, Zhou Guanyu, and the returning Daniel Ricciardo. Into the constructors then, and Red Bull win the championship ahead of Aston Martin in second. They finish 40 points ahead of Ferrari. And as previously advertised, Mercedes finished 4th, Alpine 5th, and we're only 23 points behind the German team in trying to finish in 4th. That would have been quite an achievement. We finish in 6th in the end, but that's a really strong achievement and a good amount of points for the Williams team. I'm very, very proud of this season. It's a big year of progress. We're much closer to those teams than we are to 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th, and hopefully next season we'll be able to at least match that again. Okay, fastest pit stops, we get 8th and 9th in the end there. We finish 2nd in that championship, not too far ahead of Ferrari in the end, but with a new sporting director on their way, hopefully we can maybe usurp Red Bull in that championship next season. And a good ending in terms of pit stops. Obviously, Tsunoda had the issue, but generally we were okay in the end. Poor Albon. Not a single attempted overtake or defence in the whole Grand Prix for him. But Tsunoda more successful than not. Nothing for Iwasa. There you go then, £4.1 million made in profit at the final race of the season. And I believe we've met the cost cap, which is absolutely bloody awesome. Let's have a little look at this. Cost cap. Yes, we are going to make it. We're going to make it, everybody. Thank the Lord. Development locked, of course, but we're not going to be doing anything. Max Verstappen has been victorious. Red Bull win the title in the end, which is very good. F2 Championship victory is Frederick Vesti winning it. Zayn Maloney was second in the end, 50-odd points behind. Isaac Hadjar finishes third. What happened here? The team's performance has influenced our confidence. We understand your plans and intentions, and to follow what you're doing, we will continue to watch closely. I think we did okay. I think. But that is where we're going to leave it for this episode. Of course, we have drivers out of contract in the next episode. It's going to be the start of season 3. Who will be our drivers for that? The intention right now is to be going for Albon in car 2 and Esteban Ocon in car 1, as per your vote. And I think my general feelings towards the situation, I think it's a bit harsh on Tsunoda, but generally Albon has been the stronger driver, and I think that's clear to see for everybody. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what happens. But if you have enjoyed season 2 of F1 Manager 2023, then give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.